Okay, hi. Let's get this going. Okay, so we're looking at one-step equations. To solve one-step equations, you need to ask yourself 3 questions about the equation. So, what's the variable? Okay. What operation is performed on the variable? So we're talking about adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. What is the inverse operation? Maybe that's a new word. It means the opposite. So the one that will undo what has been done to the variables. And remember, the variable is your algebra. So let's look. Inverse of operation of addition. What's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. The inverse of subtraction is, you should know this one. And the inverse of multiplication is division. And obviously the inverse of division is multiplication. Got to know that. Okay, that's one thing you've got to know. So if you're not sure of this, write it down. Okay, so get a question that says solve x plus 4 is equal to 2. So your first thing is, what is your variable? You know that your variable is x. What operation has been performed on that variable? So if we look at variable, what has been is addition. What is the inverse operation to addition? Subtraction. So now we know what we have to do. So we've got x plus 4. We now have to do subtraction. So using the subtraction property of equality, subtract 4. Because there's addition and we're doing the opposite. We're going to subtract 4 from both sides, remember. Subtraction property. So we go. Take 4. You get x, because plus 4 take 4 gives you nothing. And 12 take 4 gives you 8. And so your answer is x is equal to 8. Now remember, I need to see all of this working out, okay? Let's do some practice here. So you can check your answers. So for instance, if you write your original problem is x plus 4. Now we know that x is 8, so we say, plug our answer in, 8 plus 4, and we should get 12. We're right. Okay, so now let's go. So we've got m plus 9. What is your variable? Your variable is m. What is being done to it? It's being added. So we have to do the inverse, which is take. So underneath it, we go take 9, take 9. Right, so plus 9 take 9 will leave us with the m, which is what we really want. And 3 take 9 is going to give us a negative number, which is m is equal to negative 6. Over here we've got our, what is our variable? Our variable is j. What has been done to j? 3 has been taken away from j, okay? So we know that we have to do the opposite, which is add. Sorry, there's the check thing. You don't have to do the check thing. You can do that yourself if you want to make sure, but I don't need it. So if we take 6, take 3, take 3, take gives you a what? Plus. So we would add 3 and add 3, and we get j is equal to 4. Right, let's look at this one. So g is our variable. 4 is being added to it, so we have to do the opposite. So we have to take 4, and on the side, take 4. So we take 4, take 4. That's going to cross each other out, because if you've got 4 and then you take 4, you've got nothing. So you're left with g. Negative 12, take 4 will give you negative 16. All right, on this one, our variable is c. We're adding 5, so we've got to take 5. And 0 take 5 will give you negative 5. There you go. Let's try these with subtraction. And there you check. Okay, so you know what you've got to do. You've got to find your variable, and then you've got to do the opposite. So if it's negative 7, we've got to add 7. So what's the variable? Is y. What operation is being performed? Subtraction. What is the inverse? Addition. So we go. Add 7 to both sides of the equation. So we go. We know that those two will cancel each other out. Negative 13 plus 7 should give you negative 6. There you go. And then you can check it if you want to. Y equals, so we go, plug in your answer. Negative 6 take 7 will give you negative 13, and you're right. Let's do some examples here. So our variable is f. We're subtracting 3, so to do the opposite, we have to add 3, add 3. So we go add 3, add 3. -5 add 3 will give you -2. There you go. Beautiful. And you may check your answer. Right, so for this one, we've got n as our variable. What has been done to it? It's been subtracted, so we have to add 18. So we add 18, and we're left with n is equal to 20. Beautiful. Right, on this one, we have got, this one we've got 8. So we're taking 8, so we've got to add 8. Add 8, g is equal to 6. What is our variable here? M. What has been done to it? Take 11, so we have to do the opposite of juice. Plus 11. Oh, sorry, I always forget to do that. Plus 11, and we've got m is equal to 12. Right, I want you to go ahead and try some of these for me, please, babies.